Looking expensive doesn't have to cost a fortune, especially when you're over 60. In fact, our age gives us an advantage younger women don't have: wisdom and perspective about what truly matters. I've spent decades mastering the art of elegant style on a budget, and today I'll share my 6 proven tips that will transform your wardrobe without emptying your wallet. Have you ever noticed someone who radiates sophistication and wondered how they do it? The secret isn't an unlimited budget. It's knowing exactly what choices make the biggest impact. And just wait until the end, because I've saved my most powerful advice for last. A game-changing tip my clients call their style awakening. Let us know where you're watching from. We love hearing from our community. Now, let's dive into the first essential secret to looking expensive after 60. Tip number 6, the power of neutral colors. Let me tell you something I've learned after dressing women for decades. Neutrals are your absolute best friends when you want to look expensive. When I walk into Nordstrom and see those $2,000 designer outfits, guess what they're mostly using? Camel, navy, ivory, and charcoal. These colors aren't just classic. They're the secret language of luxury. Think about it. Have you ever seen Martha Stewart or Helen Mirren looking frumpy? Of course not. They understand that a camel sweater with ivory pants creates instant elegance. I remember helping my friend Judy before her retirement party. She was worried about looking invisible at 67. We paired a simple navy blazer with cream trousers, and suddenly, she looked like she stepped off a yacht in Newport. Here's what works best for our mature skin tones. If you have warmer skin, lean toward ivory, camel, and olive tones. For cooler complexions, choose soft grays, navy, and taupe. The magic happens when you combine 3 neutral shades in one outfit. It instantly looks intentional and sophisticated. You don't need designer labels either. J. Crew and Talbots have beautiful neutral basics at reasonable prices. I recently found the perfect charcoal cardigan at Talbots for under $70. It looks identical to one I saw in Saks for 4 times the price. Now, what should you avoid? Those bright, busy patterns that stores often market to women our age. You know the ones. Those loud florals that scream senior discount day. Also, pure white can be harsh against mature skin. Instead, choose soft ivory or ecru, which reflect light more gently on our faces. The best part about investing in neutrals: everything mixes and matches beautifully. 5 neutral pieces can create 15 different outfits. That's smart shopping at any age, wouldn't you agree? Let me know in the comments which neutral color you find most flattering. I'm always amazed at how many of us share the same favorites. Tip number 5, invest in timeless pieces. Let's talk about investment pieces. Those magical items in your wardrobe that do all the heavy lifting. I'm not suggesting you spend your retirement fund on clothes, but there are certain pieces worth every penny because they'll work for you year after year. First on my list, a well-tailored blazer. Nothing, and I mean nothing, elevates your look faster. Navy, black, or camel, it doesn't matter. A quality blazer makes even your grocery store jeans look intentional. Look for one with a little stretch that skims your body without pulling. Next is a classic trench coat. I've had mine for 15 years and it still gets compliments. The secret? I didn't buy the trendy version. I bought the classic one that looks just as good today as it did back then. Now, how do you spot quality without needing a magnifying glass? Check the seams. They should be straight and secure. Look at buttons. They should feel substantial, not flimsy. And always, always do the wrinkle test. Scrunch a bit of fabric to see if it releases wrinkles easily. You don't need to pay full price either. I'm a master at finding treasures in unexpected places. My favorite consignment shops are gold mines. Just last month, I found a pristine Ralph Lauren wool coat for $75. That was easily $400 new. My friend Carol couldn't believe it wasn't straight from the department store. For those on tighter budgets, stores like TJ Maxx and Nordstrom Rack offer incredible value. Even better, check out estate sales in wealthy neighborhoods. I've scored designer silk scarves for $10 that would make your jaw drop. Here's my strategy. Invest in one quality piece each season rather than 10 mediocre items. By this time next year, you'll have 4 cornerstone items that will elevate everything else you own. What's your favorite investment piece that stood the test of time? Share in the comments. I'd love to hear what's worked for you. Tip number 4. The art of accessorizing. Let me tell you something I've learned after decades of dressing women our age. Accessories are where the magic happens. They're like fairy dust for your outfit, and frankly, they're where young folks can't compete with our style wisdom. When I turned 60, I noticed something interesting. People stopped looking at my waistline, hallelujah, and started noticing my earrings, necklaces, and scarves. That's when I realized accessories are our secret weapon after 60. Start with a structured handbag. Nothing says expensive like a clean-lined purse in a neutral shade. It doesn't need a designer logo. It needs good hardware and quality material. TJ Maxx and Marshalls often have wonderful bags under $100 that look triple the price. Jewelry doesn't need to be precious to be effective. I've found gorgeous statement necklaces at Target and Chico's that transform even my simplest white shirt into something special. My friend Diane wears chunky bracelets to draw attention away from her hands, which she's self-conscious about. Smart lady. Now, about those reading glasses. Instead of hiding them, make them a feature. I have 3 colorful pairs that people constantly compliment. They're from Warby Parker and cost less than those drugstore readers, but look infinitely more stylish. For those of us with arthritis or dexterity issues, magnetic clasps on necklaces and bracelets are game changers. No more struggling with tiny clasps. And speaking of comfort, comfortable shoes don't have to look orthopedic anymore. Brands like Clark's, Naturalizer, and even Cole Haan have stylish options with cushioned soles. My absolute favorite accessory trick? Scarves. I collect vintage silk scarves from thrift shops for $5 to $10 each. Tied on a handbag, worn around your neck, or even wrapped around your wrist, they add instant polish. Plus, they're perfect for covering those neck issues we all deal with after 60. What's your go-to accessory that makes you feel put together? Drop it in the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas. Tip 3. The secret of choosing fabrics. Let's have an honest conversation about fabrics, because at our age, this might be the most important choice we make when shopping. The right fabrics don't just look expensive. They make us feel comfortable, confident, and yes, even a bit younger. I learned this lesson the hard way when I wore a synthetic blouse to my granddaughter's outdoor graduation. 2 hours in the sun, and I looked like I'd run a marathon. Now I know better. Natural fibers are our best friends after 60. Cotton, linen, silk, and wool are worth seeking out, but they don't have to be 100% pure to be effective. Look for blends that give you the best of both worlds. Natural fibers mixed with just enough synthetic to prevent wrinkles. My go-to combination is cotton with about 5% spandex. It feels natural but keeps its shape all day. For those hot flashes that still surprise us, aren't they supposed to end? Breathable fabrics like cotton voile, linen, and lightweight wool are lifesavers. I found wonderful options at Land's End and J. Jill that don't break the bank. In colder climates, layering is key. Merino wool is worth every penny. It's not itchy, regulates temperature beautifully, and lasts for years. I have a merino cardigan from LL Bean that's been in weekly rotation for 7 winters and still looks brand new. For special occasions, nothing beats the elegance of good tweed, cashmere, or silk. These fabrics move beautifully and reflect light in a way that's flattering to mature skin. And here's a secret. A polyester dress from Walmart will always look cheap, but a polyester dress from Ann Taylor often doesn't. The difference? Better polyester exists. It's in how it's woven and finished. What fabrics should we avoid after 60? Anything too shiny can highlight texture issues in our skin. Super stiff fabrics fight against our changing bodies, and those ultra-thin, clingy knits hide absolutely nothing. I learned that lesson in a dressing room mirror. How do you care for these better fabrics? Gentle cycle, mild detergent, and laying flat to dry will extend the life of your favorites by years. I have silk blouses older than some of my coworkers. What fabric makes you feel most confident? I'd love to know your favorites in the comments. Tip number 2. The magic of proper fit and tailoring. Can I share something that took me decades to learn? The most expensive clothing in the world looks cheap if it doesn't fit properly. And conversely, a $30 dress that fits you perfectly can look like $1,000,000. Our bodies change as we age. That's just life. The waistbands that used to sit at our natural waist now might feel more comfortable slightly higher. Arms that used to fit sleeves perfectly might need a bit more room. This isn't something to fight against, it's something to work with. My best advice: find a local tailor who becomes your style partner. I found mine at a dry cleaning shop. Mary charges just $12 to hem pants and about $20 to take in a jacket. These small adjustments make me look like I'm wearing custom clothing. For those on a budget, there are simple fixes you can do yourself. Iron-on hem tape works wonders for pants and skirts. A small safety pin can adjust a waistband in seconds. And those little silicone grippers keep tops from sliding off your shoulders. Let me tell you about my friend Barbara, who is still dressing for her 40-year-old body at 68. Everything was just a bit too tight, making her look uncomfortable and actually highlighting the very changes she wanted to hide. We went shopping together and sized up in most items, then had them tailored to fit her perfectly. The transformation was remarkable. Suddenly she looked 10 pounds lighter and years younger, simply because her clothes fit properly. For apple shapes, look for jackets that end at the high hip and create vertical lines. Pear shapes shine in A-line skirts, and dresses that skim the hips. If you've developed a bit of a tummy, raise your hand if you haven't. Empire waists and subtle ruching are your friends. One thing I've noticed in my own dressing: at 60 plus, slightly looser is usually more flattering than slightly tighter. Not baggy, mind you, but skimming rather than clinging. This subtle difference can take years off your appearance. My splurge: having my jeans tailored. Nothing looks more current than jeans that fit impeccably. And for about $30 in alterations, even my Kohl's jeans look designer. Have you discovered any fit tricks that work especially well for your body type? Please share in the comments. We can all learn from each other. Tip number 1. The power of proper wardrobe maintenance. I'm going to let you in on my number 1 secret that makes every outfit look expensive: impeccable maintenance. Nothing says quality like clothes that look fresh, clean, and well cared for. Let's start with washing. Those care labels aren't just suggestions. Using cold water for most items prevents fading and shrinking. I've switched to gentle detergents like Woolite or the Laundress, and my clothes last twice as long. For dark clothes, turning them inside out before washing prevents that worn, faded look that instantly cheapens your appearance. My best investment: a fabric shaver that cost me $12 on Amazon. It removes those little pills and fuzzballs that make even expensive sweaters look shabby. I use it on everything from cashmere to cotton blends, and it's like giving my clothes a mini facelift. Storage makes a huge difference too. I upgraded from wire hangers, the horror, to slim velvet ones that prevent shoulder bumps. They're not expensive, about $20 for 50 at TJ Maxx, but make my closet look like a boutique. For sweaters and knits, I fold them on shelf dividers to prevent those dreaded shoulder stretches. What about shoes? A good shoe polish does wonders, even for non-leather shoes. I keep mine in shoe bags to prevent dust and scuffs. My patent leather flats from 5 years ago still look brand new because I wipe them down after each wear. Here's something many women our age forget: a good steamer. Ironing is wonderful but time-consuming. My handheld steamer refreshes everything from silk blouses to wool blazers in minutes. It also helps eliminate cooking odors that cling to clothes, because let's be honest, we're not smelling like cookies just from walking through the bakery. One maintenance habit that saved me thousands: seasonal evaluations. Every spring and fall, I go through my closet and make small repairs before they become big problems. A missing button, a loose hem, a small stain. Catching these early means saving favorite pieces from the donation pile. Even budget clothes can look expensive if they're pristine. My neighbor always looks like she shops at Neiman Marcus, but she confided that most of her wardrobe comes from Kohl's and Target. Her secret: everything is immaculately maintained. What's your best clothing maintenance tip? I'd love to know what works for you. We've covered the 6 secrets to looking expensive after 60. Embracing neutrals, investing in timeless pieces, mastering accessories, choosing quality fabrics, ensuring proper fit, and maintaining your wardrobe immaculately. But remember, the most expensive accessory you can wear is confidence. When you feel good in what you're wearing, you radiate elegance no designer label can match. I'd love to hear which of these tips resonated most with you. Have you tried any already? Do you have your own advice to share? Your experiences are valuable to our entire community. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, style has no age limit, only beautiful possibilities. Until next time, stay stylish, my friends.